The last 2 weeks have been a very defining one in the lives of every Nigerians. Well, maybe not every, but most Nigerians, especially the youth. I saw hope raised, I've seen voices raised, a formidable team of youth from every part of the nation raised their voices to a cause without a leader, and the future of the nation seemed bright again. All we asked for was a new Nigeria, good governance, an end to police brutality. But then came Black Tuesday, and daggers were thrown to the hearts of many. The little hope we had was dashed. The country failed us again. I am sure these last few days have left scars on the hearts of so many. But we, the youth, are relentless in this fight for a new Nigeria. To the ones we lost, you are our heroes, our muse for the continuity of this fight till our dream is realized. On today's edition of Tilewa, I and my housemates would like to share our thoughts on the last few weeks. So we say enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my space. Okay, I'm very sure this kind of look like new and you're wondering why is Tilewa not alone? Yeah, so this is going to be like the first edition of my housemates and I on Tilewa. And today we just want to talk about what has been happening in the country. I'm sure everyone has something to say about this. So first let me introduce you to this wonderful people. This is Andolua.
Hi guys.
This is Ini.
Good morning.
That's Praise. And this is Larry.
Hi.
Okay, so Ini can be very. You guys used to get to meet her, as time goes on. And she's a badass chef. I'm going to talk about that later. So let me just go straight to the point because I'm trying not to make this as long as possible. Anu, what were your expectations from the protest when it started? Like, what were you expecting?
Okay, so initially I expected that it was going to be short framed because this is something that has never happened in a very long time. Well, don't let me say never happened. This is something that's not happened in a very long time. But then I started to see people's pertinacity, their doggedness, and I'm like, what's going on? Day after day, there's resilience, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's a hope for a new Nigeria. And then, but then I just had to think about it that even if we do this for a month, the kind of change we want will not really happen. But it was a good thing actually to see my generation.
I think we're so proud,
Yeah, so it was actually a very good feeling.
All right, I'm going to ask Larry that same question because Larry is like the man here, and it seemed like, and it looks more like guys had to face this thing more. What were your expectations when the protest started?
Actually, I expected the fatal side of the protest because there's actually no kind of protest that takes place that doesn't actually happen to be fatal. Let's look at the case of Black Lives Matter, for instance.
Okay.
Considering that America is a world power, even despite the way they were organized in America, they still had to fight and stuff like that happened. So when these whole things started happening, the looting, the fighting and everything, I wasn't really surprised because it's actually something I saw coming. So
Okay. Well, that's from a different angle. But now the purpose of the protest, end SARS, end SWAT, end police brutality. I'm going to be asking the ladies, have you guys ever had experience one-on-one? Praise, have you?
No, for me, every time I've been with someone and who stops, they always tell me not to calm down. So they tell the guys to calm down and they'll be like, the lady should sit in the car. So I've never had that experience of, okay, you bring your phone and then, but I have friends, I have my brothers that have been assaulted. If I know 10 guys, 9 of them have been assaulted by these guys. I have been with people that we're driving together and then they stop you. And then for no reason at all, you just have to calm down, bring your phones, so I support the purpose of the protest because I've seen it has not happened to me personally, but I've seen it up close, right? So and I've heard stories. I had a friend tell her when this whole thing started. She told her story of the fact I was crying when she was telling that story because it was so sad, and the fact that she was able to recount that story after a year. I'm really all for it. Answers.
Okay, so
whatever.
I think for me, the old NSAS, NSWAT thing, I've never really had experience with NSAS or NSWAT actually, but I sort of saw beyond it. I sort of saw people crave for a new country.
Yeah.
And that was why from the very first day I just keyed into it. Because to me it wasn't just about ending SARS, it wasn't just about ending SWAT, it wasn't just about ending police brutality, but we knew we had to start from somewhere. And that was what it was like for me. Ini, now things have turned the other way around. Apparently, we've been asked to stay at home, and we're even supposed to clean Lagos today. And some people are saying it's another form of protest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just say that what from this new turn of things, what are you feeling like? What are your feelings? How do you feel like? Has Nigeria failed you?
Initially, I was feeling hopeless. Well, we're believing that the first man of the country, that's our president, was going to
First
give us
man.
hope.
Hey.
But when he came on air and then addressed the nation, just shattered the little bit of hope that we had. But again, going beyond that, I just noticed that how will I be fed up with my country? It's not the only person that makes up a country. If I say I'm fed up with Nigeria, I'm saying I'm fed up with you. I'm fed up with my parents. I'm fed up with my siblings. Nigeria is no man's country. It is all of us that owns it. So I cannot be tired of the people with which we are struggling with.
Okay.
He's not a major priority. It's the safety of every one of us. Even though our hopes have been shattered, I think that you are still alive, that each and every of us are said we have, as long as there's life, I'm still hopeful that there's hope for Nigeria.
That's a good one.
That sounds like a motivational
I'm
speech.
not
I'm motivated.
Easy for president.
Easy for president.
Okay, so I'm going to have to ask this question. So Larry, do you see a great future in Nigeria?
How? That question is actually very good. Actually, yeah, I see a good future because actually with this thing that happened, I believe I'm not sure this kind of thing has actually happened before, that the youth had to come out and even though we know there are a lot of youths out there that are angry and they have to show one or two, I don't really know how to put that sense. I believe the government itself would actually be fearful of the youth now because they can actually go to any extent.
Yeah.
So I actually think this thing is more of a fight, more of a future fight for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because once we keep pushing, I'm sure we might actually get there.
So it's not over.
Change this.
Like coming up with what Larry said, that the government is going to be fearful of youth.
Yes.
We have some things they don't have. We're able to organize this protest. Accountability was in place.
Yeah.
Everything. Like these guys don't have these things in place. They don't have these things in their system. So for us to be able to have come together to organize, medical supplies were coming from nowhere. Lawyers were coming everywhere. There was food. People were coming to protest to come and eat and dance. So yeah, I'm not saying that they people now lost focus on the protest. I'm just saying that there was such organization, there was such accountability in place that these guys don't have. So they know that we are going to be demanding these things from now, right? So that's one thing for them to be really faithful about. So
Sorry, in addition to that, there's something that actually got me astonished. Within a week of protests, a lot of things came up, call line came up, helpline came up, things like that.
Yes.
There was no leader to actually lead,
Yes.
but something was accountable. You understand?
Yes.
But we have past leaders that even for after 20 years and after a lot of years, there's nothing to particularly show for it. So I believe this, I think this country is actually something I feel that when the positivity side of it comes, it has to do with the majority of it. So I would say Nigeria is actually in the hands of it.
Okay. You know what? Say it. Okay, now when we are talking about Nigeria being in the hands of the youth, I think there's one thing we are actually missing out that we saw as the aftermath of the protest. That's the set of youths that actually did the looting and the vandalizing. Now, I believe if we want to see a better nation, we should start with the set of youth first. Education of their minds and their thoughts system is very important. Because believe me, I see a future. I see a youth with a big voice for 2023. But I also see another set of youth that are ready to tamper with whatever effort we bring out there. And to be honest, they outnumber us. let us not.
No, they may not outnumber us, but I don't know, their resilience will be more than ours because they come with violence.
Have you
Yes.
seen,
They feel like
have you
they don't
seen
have
the
anything to
statistics of educated youth and uneducated youth in the country?
See,
Apart from even
See,
educated youth,
I don't
an organization is only as strong as its weakest link. So the government was able to
Yes.
find our weakest link, and our
Yes.
weakest link are these guys.
Yes.
Right?
You see-
So
you
they
see,
found our weakest link and they played to it. So we
and
need to
again-
educate our weakest link
and
and start from
again,
there.
on that side, I won't really blame these guys because I would blame our older generations.
Okay.
They actually the cause of these things. There is actually a saying that says that we can't always give the future to our youth, but we can actually give our youth to the future by actually preparing them. So I think lack of preparation of these youths are what causes all these kind of things. Let's take a look at it. Assuming a particular youth you find you couldn't afford education, but you have a handy job and things like that, you wouldn't need to go around doing stuff like looting of properties and stuff like that. So I actually feel these things are what our older generation because they couldn't come outside to speak for themselves. Even when yes, even when you try to
Just
speak
look at what
up
is
for
happening now with
yourself,
all the media houses that we have, with all the tech that we have to have everything covered.
Yes, actually,
That we are actually, they are still trying to intimidate us and kill us short.
I think
In their days, they didn't have access
exactly.
to
I was going
what
to
we
say that
have now.
technology is our
So,
own advantage, which they
they
didn't
didn't
have.
have.
Just imagine there was
Yeah.
no Instagram like that.
For that
Oh,
day.
And they came and
they
said
still said nothing
it was a peaceful. I mean, nobody will come out and then they would rather shut you up maybe by just
Even
one
with IG
pulling
Live,
the
we
trigger.
can't find those
Do
bodies.
you get? So I really
that's true.
think that they need because it's whatever they come out to tell us that no, we here. So far, you were not actually there on site.
yeah,
But it's not
actually,
your
in
own
addition to that, I've actually witnessed more than one since even when you try to speak up as a child, your parents will tell you, hey, shut up, be quiet. It doesn't
But
concern
we've
you.
gone past
I
that
actually
stage
feel
now.
it's the fear that has
That
been.
has been in them. So
Yes.
that means we also have
So
kind
that's
of
why I said something about the government being
Yeah.
fearful of this government.
Yeah.
So they actually know these guys are actually capable of doing what they do. So that's respect.
So I want to ask one question. Right, so in the wake of the Lekki massacre, how are you feeling? How are you doing, really? That's a very valid question. Like, how are you?
I actually feel I said something to my name this morning. I said no parent actually prays
Yes.
to watch the corpse
of their
Yeah.
child.
of their child. Everyone prays to actually die and to be buried with their child. So I really don't know. These youths I don't want to believe that their efforts actually
Okay.
I believe that there's a saying that says I actually read that actually I'm a Muslim and I read that in the Quran and I've seen one of the lines like that in the Bible. God actually forgives sin, but when it comes to karma will surely happen. Yes, karma will surely happen. So I believe this strength
Okay.
and the efforts are not there. See,
Yeah. I think I'm going to do a video on karma. I am still of the opinion that the thing called karma to me
It's more than a beach.
it's as in it's not speaking. I'm of the opinion that it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know.
No,
but
ours still
I'm
does.
serious too.
I really don't.
Well, maybe we would have to have that discussion.
that's
another
another
time.
discussion.
Yeah, that's
actually.
another. Okay, so I get your point too. Like I said, we might have to have another topic, another discussion on karma. Okay, I think
actually karma really exists. We
Yeah.
might not fight it, but so years, 3 years,
No
next
problem.
100 years, I'm sure.
no problem. Right. I'm glad that in a way we are finding a coping mechanism to all of this thoughts. Because Tuesday night, I know the nightmares I had after Lekki massacre, and I was wondering, no, like imagine I was the one there. And then when I got to see DJ Switch's video yesterday, and I saw those, no, it was just too depressing for me. But I believe that the fight is not over. The fight is not over, but we now know what to do next. we need to really do a lot of education for the youth. Now, there's something Nigerians do that I like. We always find a way to laugh off this pain. Yes, we always find a way to pull up attention. So what was the most hilarious part? To me, man, it was when the president came to talk. Oh Lord. And I was here waiting for the speech.
The long-awaited speech. I mean, like everybody was speechless. Expecting
And the live speech was zooming in and zooming out. And I'm like, okay, we still talk about the Lekki massacre. He will still talk. And he did not talk. And it ended.
Oh my goodness, I mean, it was crazy.
My president!
No, I think the thing is, we were all expecting that it was probably going to come up with lies. I mean, everybody was expecting
Not see.
like, that's not what happened. We were expecting lies. But, I mean, it shocked us.
It shocked me.
Actually, at the side, I was outspoken, and at the other side, I was not really surprised.
Yeah,
I actually saw this mimicking video of where president was talking and I actually saw it. I saw it coming. So it was like I saw the video before that.
That's bad. So, Ini, you were talking about the looting.
We're hungry in our houses now. We told us to stay at home. Coffee, unexpected. We don't have food.
Are you
We don't have
serious?
water. We're even looking for water. There's no food, no electricity, nothing. All of a sudden, we started seeing food everywhere, flying. And they said it was for COVID-19. We were all doing COVID-19, but suddenly we started protesting. If there's anything I like about this, I'm happy that Nigerians got food.
So I actually felt protest is something that comes with looting. So when I saw these things, I wasn't really surprised. And at the other hand, let me see, if I was actually part of that protest,
Confession.
I would have actually looted something.
Confession. Confession.
So apparently now, I don't think it's even more about the
No. It actually comes with
Color as well, because
It actually
in
comes with
America, both white.
Yes, they loot, and if you even come out to protest against looting, you get beaten up. They don't want to know if you are old or you are young.
I give up.
So it's something that happens.
Alright. I just want to say thank you guys. We wish we could do more. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming and
Yeah.
we hope to see a better country. Not be all of us go japa. That is just the same. Even those of us that want to japa, see me here making plans and asking, look, you want to go to Canada and I'm here 1.7 million. Hey,
You find your passport.
You find it. I'm an apostle of Jackpot.
I'm not 1.7 million. Let's even stay out to start saving for 2 years.
That
About
way.
how much?
Personally,
That way.
I bet show me road.
Please show
That
us the
way,
way.
personally for me, if I actually have a business that is running for me fine, I don't think I need to go and see.
You
I
see,
Your
just have
business runs the risk of being looted.
No,
Let me remind you.
calm down. I actually prefer to go spend 2 weeks and come back to my business. Go spend
you
2
see,
weeks.
these are the Nigerian future.
So,
The
if
future of
my
Nigeria.
business is going fine, I don't
On
think-
your account, you are fighting.
I want to
No,
japa.
I'm just giving my own instance.
I want to japa in
I
case my helper
I
is
want to beg you
watching.
for one thing that you owe your kids. Yeah, you have only Nigerian passports, but you owe your kids a foreign passport.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Please.
Definitely.
All right,
So
then.
definitely.
Alright then. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Please, in case you are my helper and you are watching, I want to jump out, but you know why we are still here and
Be
trying to
specific.
save Swiss passports. Thank you very much. You know they get me all the time. So we'll be back again on more interesting topics, Till we come your way again, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, and drop a comment. Nigeria will be great again. Everybody, end SWAS, end SWAS, end police, end everything.
And everything.
End us. End us.